Hello guys, welcome back with another video. Today we have what Kakashi went back in time, part 4 I believe. And we're on to the land of waves already. Anyways, before we start, don't forget to of course like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly enjoy. Also don't forget to share, that does help too. And without further ado, play that intro.
Up every minute with the fever dreams. I push a mind to a limit where it needs to be. I work, I got vision I don't need to see. I'm picking mind over matter, I believe in me. I need to find more hours in the day to breathe. Need to find more power in the way I be. And when my mind turns sour with the painful scenes, I need to scream out loud, I can't stop me. I wanna be the greatest like Rocky. You know I leave them all hating like a hobby. I'm out here making moves like a lobby. And if you ain't with me, it's your loss. See, I got my mind on the facts. I'm a python, grab what I like real fast. So until I have everything
Alright, start things off where we left off. I think we were on the Zabuza encounter. As usual, Zabuza tries catching the group off guard using the mist and throws his blade. However, Kakashi, knowing this would happen, would simply grab it perfectly by the handle and would basically tell his team to stand back as he goes to take care of the situation, with Kakashi immediately turning around and slicing at Zabuza. Luckily, this wouldn't be the real one, this would just be a water clone. As he'd activate his Sharingan and begin to, slice at the rest of the war clones that Zabuza would have sent at him as a distraction, and would quickly locate the real one as he'd hop straight behind him, catching Zabuza off guard as he would try and turn around to attack, but Zabuza would end up using the executioner blade just to slice a giant gouge in the man's chest, or just slice the man's chest. I think that's simpler, and would basically knock Zabuza out due to blood loss. Luckily, he's not dead. Kakashi would want to kill him, as Kakashi would remark on how he didn't expect to use the executioner blade again, or he uses the block incoming Senbon from Haku. Kakashi would whisper under his mask, saying wonder when he would come, implying Haku. However, he'd be sent a bunch of ice shards coming his way, which Kakashi would easily dodge, probably hitting to a few trees, maybe one just above Tazuna's head, as he do the same thing he did to Zabuza. Instead of this time, he'd appear in front of Haku, getting ready to deliver a slash to his chest too. He'd easily succeed in this, knocking Haku out too, bringing them back to the team, their unconscious bodies back to the team, and would basically say that they're taken care of, as Sakura remarked on how fast that was. Anyways, things aside, they still do end up crashing at Tazuna's place, where they are able to close up Zabuza's and Haku's wound. They just crashed there for a while, just chilling, some slight training. Naruto probably working more on the flying regime. Sasuke probably trying to work on Chidori, and Sakura learning to do genjutsu. But besides those things, nothing real worth much going over. Eventually, Zabuza and Haku do wake up, let's say about the same time it took Kakashi to wake up as in canon. They would be in a room where Kakashi would be sitting there waiting for him. Immediately, Zabuza would probably try and grab his sword. However, it'd just be leaning on the wall by Kakashi, as he basically said he took away all their weapons, as they're kind of just tied up. Though that's what Kakashi wants, it really doesn't matter who, and Kakashi would just ask where Gato is. There would be some initial resistance, but after Kakashi would offer them to be cleared of their crimes, or more so Zabuza, he would accept and give over where Gato is. So long story short, Kakashi basically ends up rolling to Gato's place and becomes a one-man army, summoning a bunch of shadow clones and going to, destroy everyone there. Maybe a little fun scenes of a few people with unique stuff that would catch Kakashi off guard, since he would have never seen it. But nothing his clones can't handle, or him himself. Maybe some cameos from different clans, just a bunch of fun stuff we can do. Just know Kakashi ends up massacring everyone there and kills Gato himself. Takes every bit of money, probably keeps some for himself, a lot for himself, and probably returns to the land of waves with the rest to give to them. Place is kind of dirt poor, but the situation's taken care of. From here, Tazuna is able to finish building the bridge without no worries, and the bridge is probably named the Great Kakashi Bridge or Hitake Bridge in this timeline. Yeah, so Zabuza and Haku end up tagging along with the group back to the Leaf, and yeah, that's basically all that happens from this arc. All well that ends well. Kakashi gets a satisfied smile as he saves Zabuza and Haku and basically help the entire town. All with no one getting injured. Well, except for Zabuza and Haku, but they don't count. Anyways, moving on to the tuning exams arc. Yeah. First, a few extra things. Kakashi kind of gets, Zabuza and Haku integrated into the village, although with some struggle. So with Zabuza, Haku's kind of just unknown to the world technically. Zabuza's really, a guy with more complicated history, but everything ends up fine there. Though Minato will probably mark on how he's kind of too lenient with Kakashi sometimes. But yeah, actually on to the arc. Okay, the encounter with Kankuro. First, Kankuro still, tries to kill Konohamaru. Naruto would tell him to put him down. Kankuro would refuse and would then receive a right hook as Naruto would charge straight at the man, him not expecting this as he would be knocked back a few feet. As Konohamaru would fall down, but Naruto would luckily catch him as Konohamaru would thank Naruto, which Naruto would say no problem or anytime. But now starting to make Kankuro a bit angry, and so he would get up, getting ready to fight and throw hands with Naruto. But as in canon, Gar makes his presence known, and this would scare everyone. The vicinity, Gar probably just apologizes about his brother Kankuro, but nothing real much changes. He would just remark on Naruto's strength this time instead of Sasuke's. Eventually, the team would go see Kakashi, where Kakashi would tell them about the Chunin exams, and basically he nominated them to be in it. Their thoughts basically remain the exact same as in canon, and they head on over to take the tuning exams. After about a week of training, I would say, or probably that same day. But no real stuff happens in between the period before they actually take it. Small training and preparation for it. By now, Sasuke would have gotten his, second Tomoe Sharingan about the same time as in canon. Naruto would have learned how to do the flying Raijin, although it's not perfect, and the both of them are basically wished the best of luck by their loved ones. But besides that, we move on. Okay, heading to the examination hall. After looking around for a while, events do play out pretty similar. Probably Sakura is also able to notice this is a genjutsu. But eventually, they do get into some trouble with the guards, are about to get into a scuffle when Rock Lee would come and interfere. And this time, gets to challenge both Naruto and Sasuke, since Naruto is kind of well known for being Minato's son, and the two are, well, would accept. Ever, can't exactly fight the guy at once, so it's a game of Jonkin. Decide who gets to fight Lee, and for this, I decided to put their names in a will along with rock, paper, or scissors and spin it. More complicated, I could have just put their names, but still. So the two play rock, paper, scissors, and Naruto ends up choosing rock and Sasuke scissors, which leads to Naruto winning and getting to fight Lee. The battle begins and the two stand at opposite sides of each other as Naruto would create a few shadow clones and send them towards Lee, along with himself charging at him. We'll probably have a cool kaijutsu fight with Lee just absolutely destroying Naruto's clones since yeah, the guy's very skilled in taijutsu. Sasuke in the background remarking on how fast Lee is, and having to probably activate Sharingan to keep up as Naruto wouldn't have this luxury. Although he wouldn't have as much difficulty, he did train with Minato sometimes, so he knows speed and is fast himself. I'll place him about underweight Lee. But eventually it is kinda clear that Naruto can't beat Lee regularly, as Naruto would at least be able to land a few punches on him, but Naruto would end up charging over Sengen. Lee will probably remark on how this probably won't hit him. Naruto charges, Lee gets ready to dodge it until Lee counters, but is quickly off guarded as Naruto kinda just appears right in front of him. And with a shout of Rasengan, lands a attack straight to his chest and sends him flying through a wall, which would win him the fight. It would look like it as Lee would get up with some chest pain and would prepare to use forbidden technique. You know, the thing guy told him not the gates, probably just take off his waist or the hidden lotus. Tool guy will come in to stop him, and Naruto and Lee will remark on how they'll have to fight later, uninterrupted, which Naruto would be excited for, and Lee too. But anyways, with that, we head into the written exams portion of the arc. And the written part goes very smoothly. Naruto would be about smart enough to answer a good amount of questions, at least enough for him to pass. Sasuke can cheat the same way as he did in canon, and Sakura, well, basically the same as Naruto. So Naruto would never need to give his speech, probably making a few extra people drop out than in canon, but besides that, nothing much, and we head into the Forest of Death. Anyways, with that, hopefully you guys enjoy, and let me know what you think of in the comments. Besides that, have a nice day, you